customer service emails. We all get at least a few of them every week, and still most companies don't know how to do it right. Today I'll make sure that you're not one of them. We'll be discussing some common mistakes that businesses make and how to turn a poorly written email into a great one in 6 steps. So let's get started. We'll start off by taking a look at an example of a poorly written customer service email. Topic: complaint. Hi, we received your complaint and we are sorry to hear that. We'll get back to you soon. What's wrong with this email? First, it's too short and doesn't provide any specific information about the customer's issue. Second, it doesn't show empathy or understanding of the customer's frustration. Lastly, it doesn't provide any clear resolution or action plan. From the customer's point of view, they got an impersonal message without any details. If your customers weren't angry in the first place, which, let's be honest, they probably were since you received a complaint, then they definitely are now. Let's take a look at an example of the same email, but now written by someone who wants to keep the customer. Topic: complaint. Your order, #12345. Dear John, I am sorry to hear that you're experiencing an issue with the products that you received. I completely understand how frustrating that must be for you. Thank you for bringing this problem to our attention. To solve this problem, we are preparing a new package for you, which should reach you within 3 days. Please feel free to contact us anytime with any further concerns or questions. We value your business and will do everything possible to resolve this matter. Best regards, Kaya. Do you see? You're showing empathy and understanding. You're providing specific information, and the whole message is professional yet personalized. Yes, the problem isn't resolved yet, but now your customer knows they're in good hands and you already took action to help them. So let's follow a step-by-step plan to write the perfect customer service email. Before we begin, understand that there's no perfect template, so it is essential to know the rules. The style of your emails will vary depending on your company's tone of voice and your relationship with customers. You address your newsletter readers differently, as you would an email to investors. However, the main points remain the same regardless. That's why I prepared 6 steps to turn that ugly duckling of an email from the beginning of the video into a swan. You've got to start with a clear subject line. Your subject line is the first thing the customer sees when they receive your email, so it's essential to make it clear and concise. A good subject line should summarize the content of the email and include any important keywords related to the issue. For example, if the customer's issue is a delayed delivery, your subject line could be delayed delivery, your order, #12345. This subject line clearly identifies the issue and lets the customer know which order you're referring to. Note that here too, we emphasize that the information relates directly to something the customer may care about or that they can easily associate their recent actions with. This way, we bypass the chance that the customer will miss your message in their mailbox. Next, it is extremely important to address the customer by name. Personalization is key to building a good relationship with your customers. Using the customer's name in your email shows that you care about them as an individual and not just as a number. It humanizes communication and makes the customer feel recognized and valued as an individual rather than just another ticket or issue. Using the customer's name can help create a positive experience for them and build a relationship of trust and respect between the customer and you. It shows that you are taking the time to understand and address the customer's needs. Additionally, addressing the customer by name can also help prevent misunderstandings or confusion, especially if there are multiple customers with similar issues. It ensures that the communication is clear and personalized, which can lead to a more positive outcome for the customer and the business. Now, what greeting should you use? By using a too formal greeting, your customers might feel on edge. By being too informal, you might actually offend some of them as well. So how do you go about this? Well, you definitely collected a lot of data from your customers, right? So you know who they are. The easiest thing you can do here is to take a look at their approach when emailing you. You want to read not only what they wrote, but also how they wrote it. Did they have a very chill approach when addressing your company? Or did they use to whom it may concern? That gives you a lot of clues about how to respond. Consider the email etiquette, cultural differences, and terminology that your customer uses, and take those apart before you even write hi. I recommend choosing the communication style depending on the specific customer's case and your brand's tone of voice. Pay attention to small cues, the way the customer addresses you, and how they phrase their sentences. Let me give you a few examples. Hello, name. It's a very universal and neutral phrase, and it fits both formal and informal communication. Now, by adding a name, the communication becomes very direct. Then we have good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. They're also universal and neutral phrases, fits both formal and formal communication. Now, you want to only apply it when you know the time your recipient will be receiving your message. It's also good to think about whether your recipients will read the message as soon as you send it. Otherwise, it will be weird when they read it in the evening and the message is good morning. The last example we'll go with is dear name. Universal and neutral phrase. It also is very polite. Now, it fits both formal and informal communication. And as we mentioned before, by adding a name, the communication becomes more direct. There's one last thing I need you to remember. Make sure to use the correct spelling of their name. And if you're unsure, ask them to confirm it for you. The only thing worse than a generic hi is saying, "Hey Caroline," when her name is Carolyn. This leads us to the next point. Showing empathy and understanding in a customer service email is important because it helps create a positive emotional connection between the customer and the business. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. When a customer is upset or frustrated, and let's be honest, a big chunk of customer service emails are done when a customer is complaining about something. Showing empathy can help to de-escalate the situation and build trust. When a customer contacts a business with an issue, they often look for a solution to their problem, but they may also be looking to validate their feelings. If customers feel that their concerns are being dismissed or ignored, they are likely to become even more upset. By showing empathy and understanding, you acknowledge the customer's feelings and let them know that their concerns are being taken seriously. This can help to calm the customer down and create a more positive interaction. In addition, showing empathy and understanding can help to build a long-term relationship with the customer. This can lead to increased customer loyalty, positive word-of-mouth advertising, and ultimately increased revenue for the business. In our poorly written customer service email, we have some empathy, but there's a better way of doing this. For example, you could say, "I'm sorry to hear that you're experiencing this issue. I can understand how frustrating that must be for you, and I want to help you resolve it as quickly as possible." Doesn't that sound better than "we received your complaint and we are sorry to hear that"? Now, let's move into providing specific information for your customer. When addressing the customer's issue, be specific about what you are doing to resolve it. Provide details about any steps you are taking to prevent similar issues in the future. For example, you could say, "To resolve this issue, we will action plan, and you'll get the answer by date. We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused, and we are taking steps to prevent this from happening again in the future." By writing it this way, you ease the customer's doubts and assure them of your actions while giving a specific deadline. This ensures that the customer gets something from you and has the impression that their problem will be solved soon. So far, we have mainly discussed what to write in an email. But the fifth tip is about how to write. Please remember that it is essential that you are courteous and professional. This point will be short because it is very simple. Your tone in the email should always be courteous and professional. Even if the customer is upset or angry, it's important to remain calm and polite. Use appropriate language, avoid jargon or technical terms that the customer may not understand, and always thank the customer for bringing the issue to your attention. If you think this is elementary, check your email inbox and see how many emails contain words or jargon that you as a customer don't need to know. Anyways, the following point is important because it is no longer about your actions, but what the customer needs to do. Remember to end your email with a clear call to action. This could be a request for more information, an invitation to contact you with any further questions or concerns, or an explanation of what they should expect next. For example, you could say, "If you have any further concerns or questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at contact information. We appreciate your business and we are committed to resolving this matter as quickly as possible." This way, first of all, you let the other party know that this is not a closed case and that they can get back to you, but you also give a simple way to the next step. Never create a situation where the customer has to guess what to do next. After you've made that known, you've got to fully close the email. There are a lot of questions and opinions on what you should use, but I'm going to leave that up to you. It's your customer. It's your customer service email. By now, you should know what fits best. Now we have everything, and you can see how the email we had in the beginning has gradually transformed into a clear message that does not frustrate the customer. Remember that these principles can be introduced not only in emails, but also in a conversation via live chat on the site or phone calls. Those rules are universal. So there you have it. Writing the perfect customer service email is not that difficult, as long as you follow these simple steps. Remember to show empathy and understanding, provide specific information, and be courteous and professional. With these tips, you can write a customer service email that will impress your customers and help build long-lasting relationships. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.